A very good morning, students. Today we are going to start with our poem Grandfather. The poet of the poem is Oliver Shelley. Oliver Shelley was a great English poet and used visual imagery in his poem. This poem is all about Shelley's grandfather who lived in England. Henry Shelley was blind and the poem describes visit to the beach along. Before beginning the summary of the poem, let us start with the reading of the poem. So here we go. Our grandfather by the sea blind, his deck chair settles a rug on the stones, and his face takes sunlight like thirst. We always play games that need speaking. Each of our cards and moves are told, and he smiles in his taking part. We are saying our childhood to his old man, and his beautiful face, liver marked and shy, has no end in its space, no end in its gentleness, to hold a whole life of listening left to do. In the first three lines, he established a relationship between the narrator and the subject. In this poem, grandfather. Grandfather is a person who is having a relationship with his children. And Oliver Shelley describes how he visits the beach with children, how he enjoys his life with children. After being blind, he can feel his surroundings. My dear students, here the author used the word visual imagery. Exactly, visual imagery means as mental imagery that involves the sense of having picture in the mind. Dear students, grandfather is now at the age, very at the old age, and he is blind too. But he is brave enough to feel his surroundings. Dear students, he is sitting on folding chair of wood, and his face takes sunlight like a thirst. It means he is urging for it because of the old man blindness, and the children play such games where they can speak and which could be understood by the grandfather. The children are making their grandfather comfortable, something that they did out of love as well as the result of the sense of love for them of his gentleness. Beautiful face of grandfather is full of shyness and have pigmentation on his face. It also makes him glad and happy. However, one of the poem's best image relates to his face being turned up to the sky like a thirst. Beautiful face of grandfather is full of courage. It's full of bravery. It's full of love. He sits there with all his gentle calmness of his old age. Dear students, grandchildren are making their grandfather very comfortable. Listening to his grandchildren laughing and playing and sharing because they are deliberately involving grandfather is and will remain a large part of his pleasure. He derives from his life for the rest of his life. So here what we conclude students that though he is blind, but he is enjoying at beach with his children, and he himself is not enjoying, even the children are making him more comfortable. Okay students, thank you.